Welcome back to the Asylum. I'm Kane.
And I'm Deshaun.
And we are the Arkham Inmates. And we are back. Yes, it has been a while. There's not too many of these characters that we can do, but we are back for a battle of the best. So we are going to be doing the Clown Prince of Crime, the Joker. So
Mark Hamill, who charges $700 for an autograph.
Oh my god, yeah. So, just a little bit before we get into this video. So the Battle of the Best, the reason we don't do it a lot is because we have to pick the best of the live action versions of these characters. So no voice acting, no because every single iteration is going to go on forever. So Mark Hamill will not be in this, even though I think we can agree he's the best Joker. Best overall Joker is Mark Hamill, but there's so many other voice actors.
I actually think it's Jared Leto.
Oh, we're going to get to that. But other than that, we're going to get right into this. All the live-action Jokers that we have gone through, and we are including Gotham, which we will get to Cameron's version, which, because he has had so much, in
Shut
Gotham.
the fuck up, dude.
So
just get to it.
We'll get to it. But the reason that we don't do a lot of these is because there's not a lot of characters that have been performed live action. There's only like 1 or 2. Like Spider-Man is only 3. So it's really not going to be a video. We want at least 4 or 5 to really discuss. So let's get right into it. All right, so we are going to get right into it. So as you can see on the screen behind us, we have the Joker, and we have 4 categories like we do every single Battle of the Best video. So Deshaun, read them off. We have the first one.
The look.
Can you have some fucking energy? Can you have some energy?
The look.
Yeah, the look of the Joker. So basically, how does he look? The makeup, the way the costume design is, the overall appearance of him in the movie. All right, Deshaun, next one. All right, I'll do it. Evil and sadistic. Fuck, you fucked me up.
Evil and sadistic.
Yeah, how fucked up is he? How fucked up is the Joker? Is
how
he
fucking
cutting
insane
bodies
is he?
open? Yeah, how insane? How fucked up is he?
Insane in the membrane.
Yeah. Got no brain and insane.
Dickie Roberts.
Next one. His jokes. So
how funny is that motherfucker?
How actually funny is he? Now,
how about another joke, Murray?
The Joker
what do you get?
Murray, you get what you fucking deserve. So,
that abandons him and treats him like trash.
That they won't go werewolf. We'll get to him too. But, so how actually funny is he? Now, the Joker does make a lot of jokes. A lot of them do not land because they're very his humor, but some are actually funny. We're like, okay, that was funny. Yeah. And then, the iconic... The laugh. How is the laugh of
Kane
the Joker?
can actually do a really good Joker laugh. It's like really kind of...
Nope.
Go ahead, Kane.
No.
Do it.
No.
Kane, please.
No. I'm already cringing at that you put me on the spot for that. No.
He goes,
no.
And he does it so well.
I do multiple laughs. I can do Heath Ledger's laugh. I do Mark Hamill's like.
Yeah,
I'm an impersonationist, whatever, impressionist. So I can do their laughs.
He is that. He doesn't
I
even know
love
the real
doing
name
the Joker's laugh, but I am not going to do that here because I'm already cringing at myself. So.
Oh, that's so funny. That's what Kane does.
I'm the Joker, baby. Have you seen that?
Oh, my name's Kane. That's what he likes to do in his spare time.
Let's get right into it. All right, starting it off, Cesar Romero, the Adam West Joker, the first one. So, just going it straight off. So, the look, classic, very classic. Not really purplish, more of like pink.
That's purple. It's not. That's pinkish.
Pinkish.
I think you're colorblind. That is purple.
That's pinkish.
In this specific picture, that's purple.
Okay, that's. I don't know what you're on. That is pinkish. He wears mainly pink.
If you're showing me a different photo, in this specific photo you're showing me
in this specific photo, that's
pink. What you're showing me,
that's the exact thing. That's just the color of the background. That's all of his stuff. Every single suit.
Well, these pictures are pink. That's purple.
Because of the okay,
well,
I know it's a pink suit.
You picked a horrible photo.
It's the only thing side by side with him. It's a pink suit. Okay, so they went with the pink look. And I really love the overall look of him. I love the smile. Definitely a great smile. The mustache being seen, though. That's the biggest thing with Cesar Romero. So what are we thinking? Look, 1 out of 10.
8.
What are we thinking? An 8? A solid 8. Yeah. Okay, so the look is an 8. Now, evil and sadistic. This is Adam West Batman, so not at all. This was more of a corny. So we're gonna say. I mean, he would kidnap people. No, corny.
You said
so
horny.
He would kidnap people, like kind of tie people to railroads.
Kidnap people because he was horny?
Sure. What are we saying?
Can he tie him to ropes?
Are we saying a 0 though?
No, get him like a 3. Don't give him a 0. He's an OG. You gotta get him a 3 at least.
3?
Yeah, it's just a 3.
All right, we can say a 3. The jokes. How funny is he?
He's fucking hilarious, dude. I crack up at all of his jokes.
You're cap. You said have you watched the Adam West Batman recently?
I have. I like.
You're such a capper, dude.
As I can.
You're such a capper. So his jokes are always like it's 1960s.
Hilarious, dude. It's fucking funny.
I'll give a 4.
What? A 4?
You're such a dude. Whatever. Be serious. What do you think?
Kane, a 4? Come on, Kane.
What do you think?
I think I'm like a 9.
All right, I'm done. All right, on to the laugh. We're going 4 since you want to be a fucking nuisance right now. So, on to the laugh. What do you think?
I go average.
A 5?
A 5.
I think it's got the cackle right.
Yeah, but it's like just average.
I'll say a 5. That's good. Okay, so Romero.
It's like a little bit better than what Kane does.
So he's at 20 right now. A solid 20. So that's good. Overall average starting it off. So he is at solid 20 for Cesar Romero. So let's move on to the next Clown Prince of Crime. All right, moving on to Jared Leto.
All right.
Controversial. Now, there are 2 versions of him, but we're doing the main version.
We're not doing Jesus.
We're not doing it. I like that version. But let's move straight on to it. So, the look.
Fucking 3.
3?
I fucking hate that look. He looks like a fucking hip-hop Joker. Like, I don't fucking like that.
The slick back hair I like. The bright green. I actually like the grills because it's like he got his teeth bashed in.
That's your vibe though. Like you as a person, that's your vibe. Like this. So
I don't actually like this. I was gonna say a 5. He does look creepy. He's got the smile. He does got the leather jacket. I mean, the tattoos make it corny as hell.
I want a 4, dude.
A 4?
I want a fucking 5.
I'll give you a 4. I'll compromise a 4. The look is very off. Evil and sadistic. I think he's up there.
He's up there.
I think he's up there. We
get to see up close how sadistic he is to Harley. More than anyone else.
We get to see that. He also just kills random people. He is very like when he kills that dude in the bouncer, like he's kind of fuck with them. He likes fucking with people. He's very touchy,
go like 7, 8?
grabby. I think 8's too high. I was thinking 6 actually. We don't get to see much in Suicide Squad, and then
But when you say sadistic,
this is also the one that killed Robin, though.
Yeah. I would go 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say 7. That's fine. Okay, his jokes. He makes a lot of weird jokes, like the reach around joke. You want to reach around, Batman? The voice also with it doesn't work. I mean, his
I think the only good joke that came out of this was what are you gonna do with that Pokemon?
But that's not Jared Leto.
I know, but that's the only thing. But
that didn't even come out of that, I don't think.
That's the voice for it, like.
Oh yeah. All right. I mean, other jokes of just like you gotta reach around, or like when he does the joke of just like.
I don't think his jokes are funny. Like,
they don't really land. The writing in Suicide Squad's awful. They're
on
land.
par with fucking.
They're corny. You're saying?
With the other dude.
So what are you thinking? You think it just average? What did we give Caesar? Caesar was 4.
We gave him a 3 on jokes.
3?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give him a 3. And then the laugh. I'm gonna say a 1.
Yeah.
I think it's the most I think it's supposed to be creepy, but it's not. The
yeah, give it a 1.
You think it's 0?
Give it a 1.
1?
For trying.
A for effort. A 1. So Jared Leto's Joker, I think we can all agree, sitting at a nice 15.
Nice 15. A nice 15.
I have to cut so much of this. We can't be doing this. We're not Minecrafters. So, yeah, I mean, this is bottom of the barrel of the fucking Jokers. Yeah.
So what are we sitting at here? For
a very low number. So, moving on to the next Joker. All right, now, my biased opinion, the GOAT, but Jack Nicholson, the Tim Burton Golden Era comics. This one's gonna be hard. I'm not gonna say. I think the look, a 10. That is Joker. I have that tatted on my leg. That everything he wears too.
I agree.
That's a fucking Joker. That's 10.
I agree.
Okay. Evil and sadistic.
Not
now,
really. You gotta consider the time.
He does kind of fuck up that dude, his wife's face, and like kind of brainwashes her. and then he kidnaps the fucking, was it Vicky Vale? I think it is. Yeah, he kidnaps.
It can't be that much higher than Jared's.
No, it's higher than Jared. What
Not
did we
that
give
much.
Jared?
It's higher than Jared's.
Oh, Jared, we gave 7. See, that's why I didn't agree with 7 with Jared. Okay, then I guess an 8 for evil sadistic. No, because
No, I think it's around the same
They
as
don't-
Jared's. We don't see a lot of sadisticness from this Joker.
yeah, he's not really evil. He's just kind of a menace.
Yeah.
I mean, they do that thing where he's made people
I
like
know
he
he's your-
dies by killing them with
Yeah.
a smile, and they're stuck with the frozen face. And he fucks up that girl's face. He also, it's not really sadistic.
Yeah, that's
He
what
is
I'm
an
saying.
evil.
Just give him a 7. It's alright. I know he's your favorite. Just give him a 7.
Okay, unbiased. Okay, the jokes. I think his jokes fucking land. I think he's hilarious in the movie. I'm gonna say an 8. What do you think? Tim Burton's Batman, like when he's joking with people, and then when he's on the fucking, when he's on the television and he's with the shopping cart and he's like, ooh, like he is such a funny. His joking, I like. What are you thinking? Your face is giving me that is not up there. Are you serious? Where he's just like, you ever dance with the pale the moonlight, whatever? And he's like, yeah, and he's like, I don't know, it's just what I like to say before I kill somebody. Like, come on, that golden era funniness.
Like, I want to say...
When he pulls out the giant gun and he's like trying to, come on.
I want to say like 6.5, 7.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yo.
'Cause he's funny.
Him pulling out the giant gun, him shooting the thing that goes bang, him putting on, you wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you? Come on! Not even a 7?
I said 6.5, 7.
Well, I said 8. You said 6.
I could do a 7.
Okay, we'll do a 7. I think you're, come on. Okay. And then the fourth one, the laugh.
Yeah.
I think a 10. A solid 10. That is a classic Joker laugh. Okay, so we're sitting at 14, 14, 20. So that's 34. That's hot. That's the closest to 40. That's the closest one we got to 40. So Nicholson sitting at...
What'd you say? What?
No.
What did he say?
No.
Did you say nigga?
Not on this channel. That is 34. Nicholson.
Whoa.
Jack Nicholson.
My nickel.
We're gonna move on to the next clown prince. All right, moving on to Heath Ledger, which is gonna get controversial because many people think this is the GOAT. But let's get right into it. The numbers do not lie. So let me type in Heath Ledger. The look. I will say that this one is not as best as Nicholson. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Yes, I will want to say though, it doesn't change the fact that this is a very iconic look. A lot of people
Very
like
iconic.
this look.
Yeah,
I
I love this look, but
it's a good look. And if we're going based off of comic accuracy,
based off
like,
Joker, comic accuracy, I feel like he's... I'm gonna say a 9.
Okay.
Part of me kind of wants to go to an 8, but he's just so iconic.
No, let's go 9.
I think 9. Yeah, I think it's a solid
fair.
Joker.
It
9.
looks like a good Joker.
Okay, now what is evil and sadistic?
Oh, dude, what? That's,
Probably a 10.
yeah, this motherfucker's crazy.
Yes, yeah.
You want to see a match chart?
Yeah, 10.
Oh, that's a joke.
He's
But
up there. He's very serial killer. Also, okay, so
That's a
10. Moving on to his jokes.
I would go like
6,
7, 8.
7, 8. He's got a couple good jokes, but the rest of them are all just him reacting to things. He's just telling a story. But like, when like the dude gets electrocuted
But
and
when-
he just goes like he's
But I
being
think
funny,
that's I think that's part of like a joke, like a react. Because if it makes you laugh, like what the fuck? That's like a kind of like a jokey-ish.
Okay, well then, see, that's why I wanted to give Nicholson more, because when he pulls out that giant gun, he's not making a joke, but that's
that doesn't,
funny.
But that doesn't make me laugh. The
That's
way
you
that makes-
personally. That made me laugh as a kid. That's one of the corniest things of pulling out a long fucking gun. That made tons of people laugh. Just because it didn't make you, I'm thinking of it unbiasedly. That's a funny gag. That's a gag. That's what he's meant for. Just like when Joker's like takes a pencil and he goes ta-da.
Or
Like,
here's my card, and it's a fucking Joker.
yeah, exactly.
That
Or
makes me
like
laugh.
back in
Oh.
when everyone's like clapping for the police and he's clapping. Like, I'm sure some people were like, that's not that funny. They might just be like, haha.
What did
But
we- what
I
did-
thought him clapping was hilarious. Or where he's like, I just want my phone
Well,
call.
he's not. Let's just give him the same thing as him.
Okay,
just
so
a
I
7.
think Nicholson was 7. I think we give him a 7.
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine.
I think they're on par of both being gag joke, while also saying funny
But I
things.
still think he makes me laugh. Like I think his are actually more funnier than. Like they both got gags, but his are funny too.
To you. I'm saying overall.
I think.
To me, I think
if-
Nicholson
but
is
also,
funnier, but I
think in my
agree
head-
that a
I
lot
think
of
in
his
my
stuff is
head,
corny.
I think his is less corny, more funny towards people. his would be more corny.
Really?
And his would be more
So
funny.
what, you want to give him an 8?
In my opinion, yes, but I'll go 7 with you if that's what
Yeah,
your
I
heart
think he's
desires.
on par with Nicholson with the jokes.
I
Okay,
just feel like if you put people in a theater and you just go side by side, like,
Right.
you get more laughs out of his shit than you would.
I'll give you that, but I think 7's still fair.
Okay.
All right, so his laugh, the final one.
Dude, are you that is a better laugh than Nicholson.
I'm not a giant fan of his laugh. I really think
Like,
yeah, it's only okay. I'll give you this. It's only a good laugh in certain scenes. It's only the scene where Batman is punching him and he's like, "You have nothing." His the woo-ha, woo-ha, when he takes in the breath, that and then he goes ha ha ha, ha, like great fucking laugh. Everything else is him going like little ticks. Like he does, and then it's on ha 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 ha. Ha. I honestly think it's lower. I think it's a 6. You know who I think has a better laugh, and we'll get to him? I think Joaquin is a better laugh. It's a cackling Joker. When I think of Joker, I think of Hamill. So if we're basing off of Hamill, and I know we're not trying to comparing, but you gotta have a cackle. You gotta have emotion in your laugh. You gotta have a sinister laugh, a high laugh, a funny laugh, a chuckle laugh. Like Mark Hamill does it the best. Heath is just a one note, kind of just all of his air being sucked. I really think, I think he's a phenomenal Joker, but his laugh, I'm going 6. I might compromise with you with another 7, but what are you thinking, a 10? What are you thinking?
No. I was thinking 8, but if you can compromise 7, I can go 7.
I don't even want to compromise 7, but I will. But like, why do you think it's so good?
I don't know, just something about the fucking laugh. Maybe it's just
This
with
feels
his
biased, buddy.
specific
This feels like
character.
Dark Knight is one of your favorite Batmans. And I feel like you're being biased here, buddy. I really love Heath Ledger, but come on.
I just feel like
It's like with Man of Steel. It's like Henry. We have to be serious. His laugh is only good in a couple scenes. He doesn't really laugh in the movie. Think about it. Like when in the first time we see him, he's like, "Whatever makes you stranger," and he just goes, "It's not even a laugh." Then he leaves. Whenever he's like laughing, he goes, "Come on."
but those are
come
like
on."
laughs to me. Like, that's a laugh.
That's a like a chuckle.
It's considered a laugh.
But if we're comparing,
If you're chuckling,
if we're
someone's like,
comparing
why,
that
if you
the
were
goat,
chuckling at someone, they'd be like, "Why are you laughing?"
if we're comparing that the goat is Mark Hamill, and where he has so much emotion in every laugh, there's a sad laugh, a happy laugh. He does low,
We can do 6.
buddy.
I just said we can do 6.
Yeah, but now it says like you're just saying that because you just want to move on. I'll give you a 7. I'll give you a 7. You're like a sad puppy in the rain right now. You're like, I'll give you a 6. I'll give you a 7. So for that, 33. So Nicholson is beating him by 1 point, which I think is fair. I think it's fair. All right. You seem upset.
It's fine.
You seem upset. All right. Moving on to the next Clown Prince. All right. Moving on to Joaquin Phoenix. This is Joker. So this is the newest, technically not the newest, but like the Joker, like the newest Joker that we've gotten standalone. Let me type in his name here.
Go on, look.
Look,
No lower than a 9.
4.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That's not the look of the Joker. I hate his look.
Even in the newer one that they did with the green hair,
No.
the suit, and
It's not. You know why? Because we're going with comic accuracy. It's not purple. They went with a weird orange look. The face paint is such a weird look. His hair is a dark green, and it's fine. It's green. But the shoes, he looks like a circus clown. I'll give you that. It is not the look of the Joker.
are you sure you just don't want Nicholson? You just want Nicholson to win?
I'm telling you right now that Joker, Arthur's performance is one of my favorite performances of the Joker. Trust me, when we get to the other stuff, he will get higher. His look is not comic accurate.
Go for
Why
it.
do you think it's a 9?
Now, we're comparing it to a classic Joker, and I understand your mindset, but when I look at that, it's just a fucking Joker to me. And that's like just such a good Joker look. So in my head, I'm automatically thinking 9. But I get you're trying to compare it to a classic.
Comic accuracy.
So
Just
that's
like we
why-
did with
that's why-
Superman.
It's fine. It's whatever. I'll go with the 4.
Buddy, you want me to compromise a little?
No, it's fine. 4's fine. Because he's wearing an orange suit. It's nothing like
His orange suit with like it's a weird fucking tie. He's also the face paint's not right.
That's fine. It's nothing like the comics, so we can go for it.
Evil and sadistic. I'm gonna give a 9. He fucking stalked that woman,
Yep.
went into her house. We
Can
never
I ask
got
you
to
why
see
it's not a 10?
Why it's not a 10?
Like,
do you
what
want a 10?
Yeah, what?
I was
other
gonna give a 10. I was going lower for you.
Oh no, I want a 10.
I think a
there's
10.
no other live action that was as sadistic as this guy.
Yeah, he killed his own
Freaky,
mom.
yeah.
He then killed Murray on live TV because he just didn't agree with him. He killed those dudes on the subway, even though they were assholes. Like and then he fucking bashed that dude's head in front of the midget, and it was like, you can go.
Yeah.
And
So
then he put his
he's
fucking
a
fingers in Bruce Wayne's mouth, and
10.
yeah, he's a sicko.
Yeah.
Okay, 10. Now going on to his jokes.
10. Dude, he's fucking funny. When he talks.
His jokes, none of them land.
Wait.
None
you
of
need
them
to-
land.
But we are going comic accuracy.
What was that
so
fucking look?
There's let's go.
What jokes of his land?
Dude, I was laughing throughout the whole fucking movie. The
Both
fucking
movies?
Oh no, not the second one. But like I said, I paused because we're going based off of comic accuracy.
Yep.
He does have to have a bit more quirkiness to him, and he doesn't
Yep.
have that quirkiness to him like
Dark humor.
He has dark humor.
The only thing I'll give you is when he is on the Murray show and he's just like, I have a joke for you, Murray. And he just goes, something. He goes like, something, I can't do it. Oh, I'm already dead. Haha. And he's like,
And
you
I
can't
like-
joke about that. Like,
And I like when he's like, because he's a comedian, when he's at the fucking comedy show and he's saying those jokes. Those made me laugh. Like, what the fuck?
are you
And then
laughing
he's-
at him or are you laughing because the jokes are funny?
Like that was a mix. It was a mixture of both. Like that was okay. That one was a little funny, and then you could see how just everyone reacting to it, and the whole situation was just funny to me. But
So what do you want to give him?
in my opinion, I think he deserves at least like
A six?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a 6. I think he's corny as shit, but I'll give you a 6. Okay, the laugh, 10. That's a phenomenal laugh, and I love how they do it where it's a disease, where he just randomly laughs and shit, even when he's crying.
Even
Love
just
it.
like the
The,
laugh
the
itself.
pain in it.
The laugh itself is just.
It's so good. It's like it's such a cackle. 10-30. It's solid. It's solid. It's up there. Okay, 30. All right, so he's sitting up there, 3rd place. No, moving on to the next clown. Cameron Monaghan, also known as Jerome or Jeremiah. Now, this one is gonna be tough because he might be. We'll see. We'll get into the numbers. Let me write his fucking name here. Now, he played 2 separate versions of the Joker. This motherfucker
Let's just go the original.
is
one.
a goat. We can do both. We can do both. So, because he had a lot of different costumes, a lot of stuff. But I will say this. I think the look is a solid 10.
But his hair's not green.
But here's the thing.
We're going off comic accuracy.
Comic accuracy, that's true. But here's the thing. The look of the Joker, right? When
You can't do that with fucking Joaquin Phoenix's Joker and then just say, hold on. The look of it, because he's wearing gray. He doesn't have a purple suit.
Okay,
There's
in this
nothing
picture,
that-
yeah, but he wears a purple suit when he's Jeremiah. It's the same actor, so we're gonna pick it as the same character. So Jerome
But
and
there's two
Jeremiah are
different
the exact
characters.
same. No, but it's the same.
I
So,
understand, but
we're
they're
just
two
getting-
different characters. That's why I don't feel like we should do two. We should just do the original guy.
But Jeremiah is the same dude. He
It
played.
was his twin brother,
It's the exact same character.
but
though.
it's different characters.
But it's the same character.
No, because the other one was smarter, and he used that to his ability as the Joker.
Okay, sure, but it's the same.
It's
dude.
not the same. It's the same actor. It's not the same characters.
Okay, so it's the same thing as if Jack Nicholson did a Joker in the first one, and they switched it up, and he did a different Joker.
A
in
different
another
version.
One. Yeah,
That's a
different version.
completely
It's
different
still
person.
Jack Nicholson's version of the character.
That's a completely different person. Even though it's the same character, it's a completely different person. That's like saying.
How are we
oh,
gonna do this though?
Just this guy.
Just Jerome, but
Yes.
he played Jeremiah. Jeremiah was more comic accurate.
Okay. Well, then do the other guy. But we can only do one.
How can we only do one? We would do 2 if Nicholson got 2, if Jerome got, if Joaquin Phoenix got 2, if Mark Hamill's got fucking 40, if we were doing that, we would, like, come on. Like,
All
just
right,
because
fine,
it's 2
fine.
separate characters,
Let's-
it's in the
let's-
same show.
Let's do 2 separate characters then. His costumes, and I don't care what you say, it's not a fucking 9. He has no green in hair.
Okay,
he
the
has no
reason,
purple suit.
he had green in his hair for Jeremiah, he had a purple suit for Jeremiah. So that's why I'm saying he bumps it up a bit. I won't give him a 10, I'll give you that. But here's the thing.
Why are you talking about
The
Jeremiah?
reason-
This is Jerome we're talking about right now.
You said we're doing both characters.
We can do both characters, not into one as separate.
I know. So I'm
this is
combating
Jerome.
of what you're saying. Yes, Jerome didn't have any of that, so he
Yeah,
got a
so
4.
he's a
But
4.
Jeremiah got a purple suit and everything, so
We're not
Jeremiah
talking
got
about
an
him.
8.
We're not
So
talking about him.
That's
We're
what I'm saying.
talking-
We have to compromise between both.
Why? Those are two different characters. That's why they're going to be on two different slides. They're not the same thing.
We're not having two different slides. It's just Cameron Monaghan.
Well, then we're going to split it in half then.
Yeah, this is the last guy. This is
the
last clown.
But that's two different people. You can't boost it up just because another character that he portrayed is two different characters. That doesn't make any sense.
Same show, though. It's the same.
Who fucking cares? It's two different characters.
But the only reason they wrote Jeremiah
if you went up to fucking two twins and were like, you guys are the same character. No, they're fucking two different people. If one likes blue and one likes red, they're two different characters.
But they're both the Joker.
I'm not going to do this if this is what we're going to do. This is crazy.
What are you talking about?
They're
both the Joker.
They're two different characters. We can't compare. We can't put them in fucking one thing.
That's like saying, oh, we can't compare. That's like saying Heath's Joker because he's in most of the time, but then when he's out of it, he's in green vest.
They're two different characters. They're not the same characters, Kane.
But they're the same actor playing the same Joker.
I'm not going to do this. If we're doing this. If we're not doing two different characters, you can just pick whatever you want. They're portrayed by the same actor, but they're twins.
You're acting like it's Joker 1, Joker 2.
Because it is.
No, it's Joker. The reason that's not Joker is because it's Jerome and Jeremiah because he didn't have rights for Joker.
Hold on. You said Jerome and Jeremiah. Those are two different fucking people. So why the fuck would we put it as
character that they're portraying? Just like if they had Catwoman, Selena Kyle.
But they do it in different ways because they're two different people.
Yes, I get that.
So why are we gonna put it in one fucking thing?
Because Cameron played both.
Go ahead and tell the people what you.
I don't know what you're tripping about. He played one character. He played Jerome and Jeremiah, which are two twins in a show that are playing the same character. It's not like Joker 1 and Joker 2.
That sounds? Character is one person. It's character. And you said Jerome and Jeremiah.
The character we are doing is the Joker. That's one singular character.
Cameron
Jokers. Played two versions of the Joker.
Two versions because they're two different characters.
Of one character. Two versions of one character. There's a million versions of the Joker, but the Joker is still one character.
So this guy's no different than Jeremiah.
As playing the Joker. This is like serial killer Joker versus Jeremiah Joker.
Whatever, you pick. I'm not gonna do this. You pick.
How do you want to do this then? So Cameron Monaghan gets two separate scores?
Yes, because they're two different characters.
If he gets two separate scores, then that's literally in the 80s. He's gonna have 60. He's gonna win no matter what.
Then let's just pick one. Like I originally said, we could do Jeremiah or Jerome. We can't do both. If we're gonna do both, then we need to do both, and just it is what it is.
Okay, we'll do that.
All right. So for the look, for Jerome.
Yeah.
A 4.
Okay. For evil sadistic, I'm thinking a 10.
Yeah, 10.
Okay. For his jokes, I'm also thinking a 10. Okay. And then the laugh a 10.
Yep.
Cool. For Jeremiah.
The look. Was he balding a bit or no?
He was completely bald. It was only like 2 strands of green hair. So that's why I'm like a little bit. But his purple suit, the face paint, the red, the yellow gloves.
So we can go a bit lower.
I'm thinking, no, not lower, going 8. That's more comic accurate. What do you mean lower? Jeremiah is an 8.
Oh, yeah. We put 4 for him. I'm thinking we're starting at 10 because it's up there.
We're not starting at 10. 10 is the best. So it's got to be 8 because we have the purple, everything.
I understand that. In my head, the reason I said go the lower is because I'm thinking 10.
So 8, or what are you thinking?
8.
Okay. His evil sadistic, 10. His jokes.
It's not really a joke.
I mean, he has a bunch of jokes, but it's not as funny as Jerome's. Because Jerome is so chaotic. And all of his jokes are meant to be jokes. He's
like
the
7?
jokester.
Lower?
Maybe more of a 6?
I can do
or
6.
A 5?
I can do either or of those. I'm thinking more...
Because a lot of the times we see him, he's super serious, super like maniacal, and he's only joking whenever he's in a fight like with...
Because he's more of a thinker.
He's like an extreme gangster.
So let's go 5.
Okay, 5 is fine. And then his laugh. I'm trying to think. His laugh is very...
Would you be down?
Is it the same as Jerome?
I thought it was a bit different because his is more like.
I know chaotic. At the end when he gets fucking melted, it's more of like he's doing it because he's joking. But Jerome also, his laugh changed all the time. That's why I love Cameron's version is because he changed with each season. But Jeremiah, I'm trying to remember when he laughed. I can't really remember when Jeremiah was laughing. He's so serious. It was always like.
What did we give the first guy on his laugh? Like a 5?
Cesar Romero?
Yeah.
5. Average laugh.
Let's give him you want to give him an average laugh?
I feel like it was more than that. I'm just trying to think, because why wouldn't Cameron Monaghan give a nice laugh? I feel like there was points.
because like I'm saying, it's two different characters. Because he was so smarter and just a bit more seriously toned. We didn't get as much chaoticness and laughing out as this character than we did that character.
It's the same, but you remember when he first changed, when he got that smoke in his face that fucking mentally put Jerome into his head, and he was fucking laughing like a maniac?
Yeah.
Is that Jerome? Or is that Jeremiah? You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying this is so difficult. That's why I wanted to do it just one dude. But like, because it's still Cameron doing his laugh.
The smoke was Jerome.
The smoke going into him was Jerome's and Scarecrow mixes.
Yeah, so that's Jerome. That's not Jeremiah. So after that, because that's after he turns. So anything after that would be Jeremiah. Because that's his.
I'm trying to think of then when is Jeremiah laughing?
That's what I'm saying. He's a very serious, like, kind of Joker as a character. So we see it at the end, but I really can't think of any other times where he's laughed. So that's why I'm like, it'd be basic or lower, depending on what you want. But I feel like it's very just, like, I'd go basic, because he laughed at the end, and it was okay, like, it was sure as a laugh, but what did we give Jared Leto for his laugh?
Oh, horrible. Because his laugh was horrible. It was a 1. Because he tried. I'm thinking of... Damn.
Because if we gotta think this hard on, like, when he laughed, or... like
it's probably a 5. Yeah, just to keep it average. So, Jerome's 34. And then Jeremiah is 10, 10, 20, is 28. So how are we doing that?
Those are two different characters, so...
Two different characters, but are we adding the average? Because it's one actor. That's why I'm saying it wasn't fair to Phoenix, or Ledger, or Nicholson. They only got one portrayal. He got technically 2, but it's still one actor. So that's why...
He's like the lowest. That's why... Like,
he's not the lowest. So Jared Leto and Romero are both the lowest. So Jeremiah version is lower, but Cameron's version, Jerome, his first initial Gotham Joker, which was Jerome before they even win it, because Jeremiah is only in season 4 or 5. I think it's 5. Yeah. So so he's on par with Nicholson, who's Nicholson first place. So Cameron and Nicholson are both tied for first place, but Cameron's second portrayal in the last season of Gotham was also low, but not as low. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, that's fine. That's completely fine, because they're two different characters.
Okay, so that means Cameron is still tied for first place.
Yeah, that's fine. So Cameron and that guy's tied.
Okay, so Cameron and Nicholson are tied. Okay, so
like Jerome and
the first official Joker version of Gotham is tied with Nicholson's as the best Joker. Because now that's... What did we do last? Did we have a tie?
I don't remember. It's been a while since we
had a tie, not for Superman, because Superman was Tyler Hoechlin, we all knew. But the tie, I think, was for Batman, right?
Batman was like our first one I think we did. I can't remember. I don't know what we did for a tie. I don't know what we did for a tie right here. We could add another category.
Nah, I'm just thinking, like, what would... Okay, this is hard for me, but I don't think it's hard for you. Out of the two, who's the best? I think you're gonna say Cameron is the best. Or are you saying Nicholson? Now, if we're doing comic accurate Joker, I think both of them play it perfectly. The laugh, perfect. The chaotic nature, perfect. His jokes, a lot of Jerome shit was awesome. Also, we got to see Jerome with the face. We got to see him without the face. That's another thing I wanted to say with the costume. This is why when you started fighting me on the costume, the Joker in comics changes costumes all the time. He has a crazy wardrobe. He had the Arkham Asylum fit, then he had the regular fit, then he had the fucking the Maniacs fit, then he had the fucking this fit, then he had the, you know, when he's in the circus and he had the circus like announcer fit, then he had where he had his fucking face stitched on fit, he had the cop fit. Joker's done that. I think Nicholson had a bunch of fits too, but I think personally, even though I have him tatted on my leg, I think Cameron Monaghan's the best version of the Joker. Jerome.
Okay, I can agree with that. If you want to give him a higher rating on fit, I'd go like 1, maybe 2 points. But like his base fit, he doesn't have like a very base fit that we can.
Well, it changes.
That's what I'm saying.
It changes all the time, but so does the Joker in the comics. Joker has always had the purple. He does keep it regular, like it is.
But that's what we were comparing it to.
True, and that's why Nicholson's higher. But now this is on performance. This is on performance. Now, I will say they're two different...
I think performance-wise, it's Cameron. Because I think he brings more... Because
Yeah.
Joker is a chaotic character. I think he brings more to the chaos than Jack Nicholson does as the portrayal of Joker. Like, I just feel like he's more of a wild card. Like, what the fuck is this guy gonna do now? You know what I mean? Like the Russian roulette thing that he did.
Yeah.
Who's the boss? That was fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. I just feel like he's more Joker than Jack Nicholson. Like, he takes more risks.
It's fair. I think it sucks because I grew up as a kid watching Nicholson, and that's who I loved as a Joker. And that's why I haven't tatted my, like, that was my childhood. Tim Burton's Batman is my favorite Batman. Like, it sucks. But I also, when Gotham came out, dude, I was watching every single episode.
When that interview scene came out, everybody, when he's interviewing him for killing his mom, everyone, when he goes,
even going to the scene you said where he's doing the Russian roulette, and he's back here, and he's looking down and laughing in his face, and it's that low, that whispery. He's like, I'm the boss. But then he goes, thank you, Sensei. And he's just like, but then also, I mean, I will go back on YouTube just to watch whenever he like throws the bodies down and he's like, maniacs. And he goes, huh, now that's a title. And he's just, his whole face lights up.
That's what I'm saying.
I will agree. I think it's Cameron. I think if you guys haven't seen Gotham, you're fucking missing out. I think the best Joker we've ever gotten, and I will say this, Heath Ledger is one of the fucking best. He's one of the best. But Cameron is so slept on. Like, do you want the complexity of Mark Hamill with the sadisticness of Heath Ledger with the overtop chaoticness of Jack Nicholson Goofy? Jerome. Yeah. He's everybody. He's the perfect rendition. And even though, like you said, he's not comic book accurate with his look, I love the red hair. I don't need green hair. I love the ginger look. I love the face stapled back on. I love what he does. I love Cameron Monaghan. I think,
that's not me saying I don't love it. I'm just saying we're comparing it to.
Exactly. We're doing a comic
accurate. It a lower score.
Exactly, because we gave Joaquin lower score.
Like, in my opinion, I'd give this man 10 out of 10 of everything, but I gotta keep it.
We have to be serious.
Yeah, we gotta keep it.
If we're doing the Joker, comic book accurate, versus this, there's some things where he's low on. Yep. Same with Joaquin. Yep. I think Joaquin has the best laugh out of everybody. I think if I'd give his laugh, I think it's a 20. I think he's the best laugh. Yep. But I think the overall best laugh is Mark Hamill, but we're not doing that. That's what I'm saying. We got it, but we also have to look at the GOAT. Like, Mark Hamill is so good because of why. Okay, we have to compare that to these guys. I think the amount that Cameron puts into Jerome, and then having to play another separate, totally different character. I think that's what it is. I think Jerome is one of the best versions of Joker, even though he's not the Joker. I think he's one of the best versions of him. I think them going the Jeremiah route was lame. I think they should have stuck with Jerome and had him just grow up and be this sicko. But yeah, I'm agree to that. I think we found it. I think Jerome is the fucking GOAT. And let us know what you guys think. Do you like Heath Ledger? Is he still the GOAT in your eyes, the best of the best? Do you think Jared Leto is the best of the best? I don't know why, but go ahead, pick that. Who do you think is the best Joker of overall? But I think we both agree it's fucking Cameron. I think Cameron killed it, and I would love to see Cameron return. I would love to see a movie of him as Joker.
As long as it's Jerome. I don't want Jeremiah coming back.
No. I'm saying, like, I want him as the Joker, but being Jerome. Like, what we all love. Yep. All right, so before you go, that we are going to leave you guys with the own battle of the best, and we're going to spin the Wheel of Combat. All right, so we are going to spin the Wheel of Combat and to see who goes against each other. Go ahead.
Terminator versus the Predator.
Okay. Good one. Yeah. All right, so we're going to be doing Terminator versus the Predator. Now, I think that's a tough one, but we're not going to discuss it here. That is up for you guys to decide. Let us know in the comments. Do you think the Terminator would win, or do you think the Predator would win? Personally, I might be going Terminator. Yeah, I think Predator is a badass, but Terminator. I think Terminator's got it. But Predator's might got it. There's some new Predator shit out the way. You want to react to that? Right there.
Yeah.
You want to watch that?
I'll show you his mugshot.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, I just got that with the Predator, right? Okay, cool. I don't know if we would react to it. You want to watch that or no? You're not a Predator person?
I am. I'm best friends with one.
You're a bitch. Okay, well, let us know in the comments what you think. Do you want us to watch the new Predator movie? Do you want us to watch the new Predator show? Yes, we do. Do you want us to watch the new Predator show?
Yep.
Or do you want us to watch more stuff like that instead of superheroes?
Let's see some more stuff like that.
But You let us know down below. Okay, Predator versus Terminator. Now, we are going to be going on to the next fucking videos and stuff, so we are going to see you in the next one, and we hope that you join us back here at the Asylum, and we thank you for being one of the inmates here at the Asylum.